Hello everybody, welcome to Bear Beer Reviews. What I have here today is Anchor's Old Foghorn, which is a Barleywine style ale. Anchor, we've had a few things before. They're from San Francisco. They've done the famous kind of Anchor Steam beer. Progenitor's the kind of Californian common ale, as it's kind of worldwide known. And this is, obviously, this is their barley wine. I'm loving the little stubby bottle you get in. It's kind of a cute little fella. Nice little artwork as always you get with Anchor. It's kind of oldie worldly, but it seems to still have its place really on all the kind of nautical themes as well. Foghorn. Anchor, obviously, Anchor on the top. It's a great little thing. A couple of interesting facts about this little fellow here is it's using only the first wort of mashes. First wort of when they're brewing. So what that means is the first initial runoffs. I'm not sure when they classify what first wort is there, but they just mashing the barley, draining all that wort out, and then they're doing that 3 times with 3 sets of new barley to create a high enough gravity to be able to produce this wonderful little ale here, which clocks in at 9.4, so it's not particularly hugely high for a barley wine, but it's up there. So in theory, they've got the best parts of the sugars. They're not drawing through any of the tannins from barley and malt. They also hop this with Cascade and then dry hop it with Cascade for a bit of aroma. I am not entirely sure when I've got this one. Best before 10th 2014, so I don't know when it was brewed, but that's the best before date, so maybe it'll still have some of the aroma to it. Love the little lid just off then. Use an opener. Yeah, don't use your teeth. Right, just crack this fella open. Oh, it's going to be a gusher. It's going to be a gusher. There you go. Well, that's interesting for a barley wine, considering the alcohol content. You wouldn't exactly expect a huge amount of carbonation. Anyway, let's try our best. Let's get this out without making too much of a mess. Just pour what you can. Alright, so initial notes on this will be, the colour is quite typically, no actually it's a little bit darker, it's almost like a ruby colour actually. I'm used to barley wines being just a tiny touch of a shade lighter. This one kind of clocks in ruby really, a very dark brown red. In fact when you hold it up to the light it's pretty much just red coming through that. There is a tan coloured head on the top as well, quite a big head considering, about 2 fingers, lots of big and small bubbles too. Right, let's get a nose on this fellow. Oops, dip my nose in it. Actually, there does seem to be a bit of a floral and orangey smell on the top, which is surprising. Another little fact about this is it was first released in 1975, and classes itself as the first modern American barley wine. American barley wines, I guess textbook definition, tend to be more heavily hopped than English barley wines, kind of more towards double IPA standard, but obviously nowhere near as much hops as a double IPA or triple IPA. So I can smell a bit of hops on this. Well, there's a lot of caramel and kind of stone fruities, figs, and in fact honey, really sweet honey too. A little bit of alcohol burn too on the nose. But all over and in general, smells like a nice sweet caramel and toffee flavours going on in it. So cheers everyone, let's give it a try. Yeah, that's pretty nice actually. It almost reminds me of a Belgian double. I'm getting quite a lot of stone fruits in it, plums and figs. Or the darker stone fruits I should say, and then you're getting sweet coffee, I keep saying coffee, caramel and toffee too. There's no real hint of booze until it hits the stomach and you get a bit of warmth down there. There's a lot of carbonation in it, as you can tell from it popping its top. And the mouthfeel is quite chunky too, which is always nice to see. I'm getting kind of sticky sweetness on the lips, so there's obviously a lot of residual sugar left in this. And all in all, it's very smooth and very balanced. There's not too much bitterness. I'm not getting cloying at the end in terms of sweetness either. It's found a nice happy medium between the two. Not leaving me reaching for a glass of water to get rid of the sweetness in the mouth. So it's a pretty well crafted and well made one. What it's perhaps lacking in is it's so smooth that it's lacking a bit of punch. That despite being at 9.4%, I'm just lacking a little bit of wow factor, of real kind of hit of flavour. It's very, very smooth. too smooth perhaps. It's a really minor complaint. It's still a really good barley wine. I think I've probably had better ones though, having said that. As you can probably tell, Bigfoot by Sierra Nevada was really nice, and this one's almost there, but it's just not. I prefer Bigfoot for whatever reason. I just seem to remember it being a lot better. But having said that, this is a good 8 out of 10. It's a really enjoyable beer. I could easily sit and sip this, or I could probably sit and drink it too fast as well, having said that. Very, very typical in terms of flavours for barley wine, sweet and caramelly. Lacks a bit of the booze hit that you normally get. The stone fruits and stuff when they come to Belgian double qualities are a bit of a throwaway, but are still interesting. You know, almost maybe inverted sugar, like Belgian sugar, candy sugar. But it's so smooth. But yeah, there you go. Please like, favourite, comment, subscribe. If you've had Old Foghorn, tell me what you think. It's certainly a nice beer, and I'd definitely have another one if I got the chance to. I don't know. Again, I don't know how old this is. So if it was fresher, perhaps it'd be a bit more zingy and punchy. And perhaps this one's aged for God knows how long. So if anyone knows, 10th of the 14th is when this one runs out of date. Oh, original gravity was 1096. Well, 1092 to 1096 it says. So it's you know, it's a fairly high original gravity, and they've obviously still got a lot of residual sugar in it, but to reach 9.4 had to have dropped down a lot, so perhaps it's drier than I'm thinking it is as well. Anyway, there you go. Please like, favourite, comment, subscribe. Until the next beer review, everyone, cheers.